Welcome to Q&A Wire.
Good day. The topic is about Dalton's law of partial pressure, which states that the partial pressure of all the gases make up the total pressure. In this problem, we are given with carbon monoxide, oxygen gas, and carbon dioxide, which is formed from the reaction of the said two gases. So first, let us establish the balanced chemical equation for the reaction between carbon monoxide and oxygen gas, which is 2 moles of carbon monoxide reacts with 1 mole of oxygen gas to form 2 moles of carbon dioxide. Suppose initially we have X moles, or uh, in terms of partial pressure, we have X atm of carbon monoxide, and we have Y atm of carbon dioxide. And before the start of the reaction, we have no carbon dioxide that's formed. As the reaction proceeds, the amount of the gases or their partial pressure change. Suppose our atm of oxygen gas is consumed, so we say negative R. So from the balance equation, for every 1 mole of oxygen gas, we have 2 moles of carbon monoxide. So the change in carbon monoxide will be minus 2R. So this minus sign here indicates that the partial pressure, or the amount in general, decreases as the reaction goes on. And since carbon dioxide is a product, it is produced. And from the balance equation again, 1 mole of oxygen gas produces 2 moles of carbon dioxide. So the change in the amount of carbon dioxide will be 2R. At the end of the reaction, what we will get is simply the sum of the initial and then the change. So at the end of the reaction, we expect X minus 2R atm of carbon monoxide, Y minus R atm for for oxygen gas, and 2R atm for carbon dioxide. It is given initially that the total pressure of the gas mixture composed of carbon monoxide and oxygen gas is equal to 2.2 atmosphere. So that means partial pressure of carbon monoxide plus partial pressure of oxygen gas equals 2.2 atmosphere. And then at the end of the reaction, the partial pressure falls to 1.9 atmosphere. So this time, our mixture is composed of the amount of carbon monoxide that's left, expressed as in terms of its partial pressure, X minus 2R, plus the partial pressure of oxygen gas, plus the partial pressure of carbon dioxide. And this is equal to 1.9 atmosphere. So let me just simplify this one. So I have minus 2R plus Y minus R plus 2R equals 1.9. And I get X plus Y. And I also get minus R equals 1.9. And note that X plus Y from the first equation that we have here, that's equal to 2.2. So we have it as 2.2 minus R equals 1.9. And that gives us an R, it's equal to 0.3 atm. So it follows that zero point 0.3 atm of oxygen gas that is consumed to produce 2R of carbon dioxide. So again, your R here is the part in terms of partial pressure. So if we solve for the partial pressure of carbon dioxide gas, that's formed as 2R, or that's 2 times 0.3, or that's 0.6 atmosphere. This is the partial pressure of carbon dioxide at the end of the certain time at the end of a certain time of reaction. So assume that carbon dioxide is an ideal gas. So we can use the ideal gas equation to solve for its moles. So we have PV equals nRT. So where P is the partial pressure, which is equal to 0.6 atm. Volume, so since the carbon dioxide gas, is kept in the same container as the carbon monoxide and oxygen gas, so we will use the volume of the carbon monoxide and original volume of the container, which is 1.0 liter, and then the moles is N, which we will find out here. R is the gas constant, which equals 0.0821 liter atm per mole Kelvin, and the T is the temperature in Kelvin, which is given as 1000 in this case. So we get 0.6 times 1.0 N times 0.0821 times 1000, and this gives us N as 0.6, 1.0 over 0.0821 times 1000, where this is equal to 0.00731 moles. And we can convert this into mass by multiplying this moles into the molar mass by the molar mass of CO2. So we have N times the molar mass CO2. So we will get 0.00731 times the molar mass of carbon dioxide, which is 44.01, and so we will get 0.32 grams. So this much of carbon dioxide that's formed after certain time of the reaction. So I hope that this is clear.